welcome to Queen Breakthrough Chronicles. This evening we have Latanya as our guest, and we're going to be going over a couple of questions. Just sit back as we chit chat. Now watching QBC. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I like that. Sit back as we chit chat. Okay, I like that too. So first of all, how you doing today?
I'm fine, and you?
That's good. I guess it's good that I am doing good. Okay. So, can you share a bit about your background and how you became connected to My True Value?
Okay, my name is Latanya Roberson. I'm 53. I got connected with My True Value through HPGM. I met Peaches there. I learned a lot from her, and I just like following. Well, as we know her as Queen. She inspired me. She was teaching me. And still is.
Before we do that, Tanya, dive a little bit more into your background, like a little bit of your story.
A little bit of my story. I have 4 kids, 3 girls, 1 boy. I have 15 of my own grandkids, 1 great, and I have 5+ grandkids. I have a new grandbaby that will be here in June, and I will know for sure if I have another one come Tuesday. I lost my daddy like 4 years ago. Right after I lost my daddy, I lost my stepfather. And a year or 2 ago, I found out something that hurted. The person who I thought was my dad, not my dad. I got to meet my biological dad. And I feel like both of them taught me something. One taught me how to care about my family, and the other one taught me how not to care about my family. My mom, her name is Patsy. It's like up and down with her. I've been through a lot when I was younger. Thanks to the women that I have met now, they have taught me to care and love myself, because that was something that I didn't know. They done taught me that I am worthy. They done taught me to walk with my head up. And thanks to Queen, you done taught me how to pray and to go to God first, and not to give up.
Amen. So, the next question that we have: what specific services or support have you received from My True Value, and how have they impacted your life?
With My True Value, I love that every Sunday, the last Sunday, we meet together. What we talk about stays amongst us. We can talk about any and everything. It's a no judgment. I done learned how to open up my Bible and read more. I have bought books that I never thought I would buy. Peaches have taught me how, being with My True Value, that it's a sisterhood. Not only a sisterhood, it's like we're a little village. because we have grown. And when I'm not around her, I know her ear probably itch all the time. And I don't tell her, I talk about her all the time. She like my mentor, somebody that I look up to. And I thank her because she done taught me, she done taught me how to walk this walk. And she said something the other night that said, new levels, new devils. And I said, wow, that is so true. I got to be doing something right because more and more comes against me. And I grab my shawl and I put it on. I anoint my head. I pour my oil on take my braids down, pour my oil on my head, anoint my head, my hands, my feet, and I cut all my lights off, and I cut my little lights off, and I just sit there, and I be like, God, I thank you. I thank you for letting me join HPG to meet the powerful women that I have met. I never thought that I would be following you. I never thought that you will accept me for who I am. Because I haven't, being 53 and having to do everything on your own, it's hard. It's real hard when you don't have nobody in your corner and you feel like you're by yourself. And you showed me and you done taught me that I'm not by myself. It's hard. I don't call and tell you what's going on with me. I will call and say, don't pray for me, pray with me. And that makes me feel good. Because y'all don't say, what about? You don't ask no question. Y'all just go straight into the prayer. And I'll be like, I can breathe. I can breathe. I can breathe.
So with all that being said, in what ways has My True Value helped you achieve your personal and or professional goals?
Ooh, okay. My personal goal, HPG has helped me show my daughters.
You mean HPG?
Not HPG, oh no.
That's where we met. So.
Yes, that's where we met. My true value. Yeah. Because that's where I brought my daughters. Peaches opened up her house to us. And ever since then, my daughters, they done got so into each day. They like, Mom, have you talked to Peaches? How is she doing? What lesson are we doing? Are we going to her house on a Sunday? And I'd be like, y'all want to go back? They'd be like, yeah. We thought it was going to be, something different. She said, there we get to talk, we laugh, we cry. Nobody talks about us. Nobody puts us down. And when we leave, I said, it feel good, don't it? And they'd be like, yeah. She done taught me how to fix that crown on my head instead of letting it lean to the side. I fix that crown on my head and I walk and I be like, yeah, God got me. With my true value, God got me.
When you say crown, describe.
All of us gonna sit on the throne next to God. All of us is His children. He is our King. So therefore, us being His kids, we are His princesses, and they are His prince. So we each wear a crown on our head. And it's like, with me, I call it a different chapter in my life. I'll be 54 in August. And when I open up that chapter of my life, I want to be closer than what I am with God. And with my true value, it's helping me get there. It's helping me learn more. It's teaching me how to focus, teaching me how to hear his word, teaching me how to be able to listen when I'm like, okay, I hear, but is that him talking to me? Nah, you just going crazy. Nah, that's God talking to you. You can hear him now. You can hear him now.
So what about the professional goals?
My professional goals, my true value has taught me that you can't get what you want just sitting there. You have to go. You have to go. It ain't no such thing as you can't. It ain't no such thing as you can't. My true value teaches you values. It teaches you goals. It teaches you how to be mature. It teaches you how to talk to people. My true value teaches you how to be professional in so many ways. It teaches us how to not walk with our head down, but walk with our head up and let our light shine. I don't want to be nowhere else but with my true value.
And of course, be chasing.
Well, yeah, my other church.
Our foundation
Yes.
is my true value. Of course, with God. So, can you describe a memorable experience you've had while working with my true value? Did I say valuable or valuable?
You said value.
While working with my true value. Okay. It's a lot of experiences. It's a lot. Like when we all meet here, my job is we have little cards. And I come in and I go get that box and I open that box, I pass the cards out. And I explain to everybody what the cards are for. The cards are for us to write our prayers and we put it in the box. I make sure we have our little prayer cloths. I make sure that we have the little mustard seed. I make sure that we have the little bookmark. I make sure before we leave here, we have what we need. And I'm just waiting on my true value to do an outing because I'm gonna be right there on the side. Mm-hmm.
So how was it your first night?
My first night I was scared because I didn't know what to expect.
Did you receive the foot washing?
Yes.
Can you give us your experience with the foot washing?
Ooh. That right there, when Queen did my foot wash, it made me like let go of some things. It made me feel, okay, God, I got this. It made me it made me realize and receive that she's my keeper, that I shouldn't be afraid or scared to serve my sister or my brother in no type of form or shape. I shouldn't be ashamed. I shouldn't be afraid.
So how has being part of the My True Value community influenced your perspective on challenges in life? So I know we had the challenge of your mom. I had the challenge of the children.
The challenge of smoking. Ooh.
And the challenge of denouncing strongholds.
On a lot. Okay, first with my smoking. I had quit, then I started back, then I quit again. I've been doing good because I haven't been smoking. And instead of me smoking, I be like, okay, I need something to read. Or I go eat something. I find something to do. With my mom, I call and I check on her. I just don't run and let her take control of me no more.
But that relationship has gotten better.
It
right?
has gotten a whole lot better. Excuse me from coughing. With my kids, it's still our ups and downs, but them seeing me change my ways and seeing the way that I go, I have realized that my kids are following me, and I love that. My youngest daughter, she'll call and say, Mom, are you going to church? And me being lazy, sometimes I'll be like, no, I don't want to go today. She'll be like, well, if you ain't going, I'm still going.
Yeah, because she beat you this Sunday.
Yeah, she beats me. She beats me all the time. And I'll be like, okay. Then my daughter-in-law, she came here with you.
Mm-hmm.
And she been opening up. And she say, Mom, are we going to church? And I'll say, yeah. And she'll make an excuse on why she's not going. But this Sunday, not only did she come, my son, my granddaughter, and her brother came. And my son, he's a handful. And he got up, he got prayed over, and he joined. And he said, Ma, I see why. I see why you go where you go and the people you be around.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I felt it.
Now, it is one thing we want to make sure. My True Value is not a woman's ministry.
Oh no, it's not.
It is for everyone.
For everyone.
So I would even like for them to come on the
Oh.
night of prayer.
They
so
might be
they
having to
can-
come without me. Because they got me working. But I'm
that
requesting.
they can experience,
Yeah.
you know, that.
I asked them, I said, would y'all mind going out to Peach's house and seeing how it is with our other church? And they was like, yeah. She was like, you would like that? You think being here? She said, at Peach's house it's calm. We sit and we laugh. She said, and then we talk. She said she teaches us. And she said, by us being a married couple, we'll learn. She said, this is the journey we want to take. She was like, thank you, Ma. I was like, for what? She was like, for taking me out to meet Peaches and inviting me to your church home.
Amen. So, are there any skills or lessons you've learned through your interactions with My True Value that you find particularly valuable?
I learned that I can pray.
Because what do I always say, y'all? If y'all call me, the first question I ask y'all is, have you done what?
How we prayed.
And have you went to God first?
Yeah, how we went to God first. That's the main question.
Not
And
your source.
I have learned that when I get up in the morning, I thank Jesus. When my feet touch that floor, I'm thanking Jesus. When I'm washing my face, I'm thanking Jesus. When I'm brushing my teeth, I'm thanking Jesus. And before I walk out that door, I say, Jesus, you lead the way. You guide me. At first, I was just getting up, going, but I done learned. I give thanks. I ask Him to lead me. I ask Him to guide me. I ask Him to show me now.
Yeah, because He tells us to lean not to our own understanding and all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. So every day is a redo.
Yes.
It's not a one and done once you give your life to God. Oh, I'm saved now. Now I can just start living. That don't work.
It don't work like that.
It actually gives chaos. So every night, when you wake up again, you still have a choice to decide which battle, what army you're going to be on.
Yeah.
You're going to be with JC or you're going to be with Satan.
Yeah. And it's a lot of times, I ain't going to tell you no story. It's a lot of times that I be like, God, I can't do this. I quit. I can't do this. And I sit there and me and him, I have a conversation. And I be like, okay.
I had one of my girls, and I hope we get ready to, we'll probably have to do her by video. She texted me one night, she was like, Queen, I'm just going to hell. She was like, I can't do it no more. I'm done. I said, okay, cool. I said, I'm going to ride and die with you. I said, you've chosen your free will. I said, we'll just keep you in prayer. She was like, okay, I'm going to enjoy hell. I said, okay. 2 weeks later, she was back. She was like, I'm just salty. And I said, yes, you are.
Yeah,
So, I mean, but I did not at that time say, why you say that? She had made up. I said, okay, you're choosing your free will. I'm gonna rock with you. Nah, I ain't gonna go to hell with you. That sort of thing. But and she goes through a lot of ups and downs. But she's still there, and God tells us that it's for us to love one another unconditionally. So even if somebody called me and said, I'm going to hell, I'm like, okay, cool. I still love you. It is what it is. I'm not Jesus. I'm not the one getting disrespected. I ain't the one who died on the cross. I told Reggie a long time ago, I think he was little, he said something to me. And I said, I ain't Jesus. I forgot what it was. And I told him I would have jumped off the cross. You remember that, Reggie?
Mm-hmm. I was crying about something.
I said, he was crying. I said, I would have jumped off the cross. No, no.
And I still love her that much to this day.
So the next question here. How has your relationship with others in My True Value network affected your outlook or sense of support?
Whew. I done lost a lot of friends. I done lost a whole lot of friends.
Or do you mean you thought they were your friends?
Yeah, I thought they was my friends.
We use that word so loosely. We say friend and love so quickly, and nobody really is in that category. Well, not nobody really, but it should be very few. So sometimes you were their friend, but they weren't yours.
Right.
Okay? I had to learn that.
Okay.
Because I had somebody tell me, it's like, you're my best friend. I said, oh. I said, you're not mine. And then, I forgot, somebody said, they said that was cruel. It's the truth. So, but I had to explain because I did end up hurting their little feelings or whatever, And so I had to let them know, you can't give me what I can give you. And I said, but it's okay. If you put me here, that's okay. Because if all of us rocking together and we all the same, how any of us gonna level up when we all know the same thing?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. So I like to be with people. I'm gonna be with the people that I can rock with, we understand, but I gotta have some upper level people too. Some more people with higher understanding so I can be pushed to go greater.
That's why I be around y'all. You ain't noticed that?
Why you look like that?
Good.
You turned into Freddy Krueger on me.
No, never that.
So.
No, that's why I told you, your hip gonna get tired. It's gonna get heavy. Because I done hooked on your hip.
I'm about to say, I don't know what hip she got, because I lost them like 10 years ago. So let me repeat your question. How has your relationship with others in My True Value network affected your outlook or sense of support?
My True Value supports me on everything I do. All I have to do is call and talk to you, to Monica, to Keontae, to Reggie, to Pastor Toya, and say, well, y'all, this is my plan, this is what I want to do, and instead of y'all saying, nah, don't do that, y'all say, mainly you'll say, have you went to God first?
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Toya say, pray about it. To Monica say, you got this. Kiki say, it don't hurt to try. And my associates be like, oh, you done changed. You don't do this no more. You don't do that no more. And I say, I changed for the good, not for the bad. I don't want to do the things that I used to do. I don't want to hang out no more. I don't want to party no more. I'll go to certain things, but bar hopping like they do, just hanging out, that's boring to me now. I don't get nothing out of it no more. Now, if I go to them and I say, y'all come go to this church event with me. It don't even have to be on a Sunday. We can be doing something through the week, and I'd be like, I want to invite y'all to come go to church with me. Oh, I got something to do, or I'm going to do this, or okay.
But do you necessarily have to call it church?
No, because fellowship. Yeah.
Because when we come here every fourth Sunday, it's not church. It's fellowship, and it's about you improving you, edifying one another. That's what that is. So if I was you, I would try to adjust my wording, because words is very important, and people have played church so much in so many ways, or things has happened in the church life, let's say that. And I'm not against church, because I go to the building, but sometimes when we say that word, it makes people pull back. Sometimes when we use the titles that the church has put on us for administration reasons, or for order, people pull back, because people have been in these places, in these buildings, and have misused. And until they see something different, they're going to keep looking at the misused way, and then the opportunity is not given to, we're not that. We're actually the invisible church that don't nobody see, but we all talk about, we should all be part of. Okay, but you can pray to God about that, and He'll let you know how to do it. So, what changes have you noticed in yourself since you start engaging in my true value? And I want you to really think about this before you say it. Within yourself. She needs a Ricola.
Yes.
You got one?
I have noticed that I used to go from 0 to 1,000 in 5.2 seconds. I'm more calmer. I don't argue with you quick no more.
Me, I was in 0 to 50,000. Reggie, it's in the black bag in the pocket to your right.
I noticed that I'm more motivated. I noticed that I don't have that depression stage anymore. I don't feel alone no more.
So even if you by yourself, you don't feel alone. Now this is something Miss Lisa say all the time. She can't stand where saints of God say that they feel alone, because guess what? God says what?
You're not alone.
He'll never leave you nor forsake you. So if you have God, how can you be alone? And even if you're not saved, you're breathing the breath of God.
And I had to learn.
Now you may not have the spirit.
I had to learn it.
Right. But He breathed life into mankind.
Yes. I had to learn that. Because I always thought I was by myself, nobody in my corner. Like nobody loved me. And I had to learn that Jesus loved me. He right there with me no matter
Stay
what I
tuned
go
next
through.
week for part 2.
Breakthrough Chronicles. watching QBC. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.